The morning sun rose over the trees as June checked his equipment. He was one of the last wildlife guards on Earth in the year 2157. Most animals were gone now. Big companies had taken over most lands for their factories and farms. June lived in the Northern Wildlife Zone, one of the few places where wild animals still roamed free. He had worked here for 5 years, studying the animals and keeping them safe. But June had a secret. A big secret that could get him in serious trouble. "Dai, are you ready?" he whispered, looking into the thick brush. A large golden lion with bright amber eyes stepped out. This was no normal lion. Dad was bigger, stronger, and smarter than any lion from the old times. Scientists had changed animal genes years ago, trying to save them from dying out. Most of these special animals were taken to labs for tests. But not Dad. June had made sure of that. "We need to check the north side today," June said, packing his water bottle. The sensors picked up something strange last night. Day's eyes fixed on June. Then, in June's mind, he felt rather than heard. Asterisk humans there. Smelled them yesterday. Asterisk. June nodded. The bond between them had started a year ago, when June was badly hurt during a storm. Dai had found him, dragged him to safety, and stayed by his side for days. When June woke up, he could feel Dai's thoughts, and Dai could feel his. It was impossible, but it was real. They kept this bond secret. If anyone found out, the government would take Dai away to study him. They would cut him open to see how his brain worked. "Let's stay quiet," June said, slinging his pack over his shoulder. "If there are people up there, we'll just watch them." Dai's ears flicked forward. Asterisk, they smell wrong. Asterisk. This caught June's attention. "Wrong how?" Asterisk, not like you. Not like humans. Asterisk. June frowned. Dai's nose was never wrong. All the more reason to be careful. They moved through the forest quietly. June followed paths only animals knew, with Dad leading the way. The lion moved like a golden shadow, making no sound despite his large size. As they hiked, June checked his tablet. The news showed more strange reports from around the world. Weird lights in the sky, unusual weather patterns, electronic devices failing for no reason. The government said it was just solar flares, but it had been going on for months now. Asterisk, sky sick. Asterisk, Dai's thought came to him. Asterisk, like before big storms. Asterisk. "You feel it too?" June asked. The lion did not answer, but June felt his worry. After 2 hours of walking, they reached a ridge overlooking a small valley. June took out his binoculars and scanned the area. "I don't see anything," he said. "Where did you smell?" Dai suddenly tensed. Asterisk, there. Metal bird. Asterisk. June turned his binoculars to where Dai was looking. At first, he saw nothing. Then he caught a glint of something that shouldn't be there. Something reflecting the sunlight when no metal should exist in this protected zone. "What is that?" he whispered. As if in answer, the air seemed to bend and shift. A shape appeared where empty air had been seconds before. It was like nothing June had ever seen. A smooth, dark craft about the size of a small house, hovering silently above the trees. Asterisk, not human. Asterisk, Dai's thought was sharp with fear and curiosity. "That's impossible," June said, but he knew Dai was right. No human technology could do this. No human ship could appear from nowhere and hang in the air making no sound. As they watched, a door opened in the side of the craft. Something stepped out. Something that walked on 2 legs like a human, but was definitely not human. June's heart pounded. "We need to tell someone." Asterisk, who would believe? Asterisk, came Dai's thought. June had no answer. He just kept watching as more of the strange beings emerged from the craft, carrying tools and equipment. They were setting something up, something that looked very much like a weapon. And no one on Earth, except June and his lion, knew they were here. June and Dai stayed hidden in the thick bushes. The strange beings moved around their ship, setting up equipment. They looked almost human, but wrong. Their skin was pale blue, and they were too tall and thin. Their eyes were large and completely black. What are they? Day's thought came to June. I don't know, June whispered. Nothing like this has ever been reported. One of the beings, taller than the others, seemed to be the leader. It pointed to different spots, and the others quickly followed its orders. June took out his small camera and started recording. No one would believe him without proof. As he zoomed in, he could see their faces better. Their mouths were small, with no lips. Their noses were just two slits. Suddenly, one of the beings looked up toward their hiding spot. June ducked down. It cannot see us, Dad thought. Wind blows our scent away, June nodded, but his heart was racing. They needed to get closer to hear what the beings were saying, if they even spoke. Can you move us around to the other side? June asked Da. Where those rocks are. We'll be closer there. Da's amber eyes blinked once. Follow me. Step where I step, They crawled through the forest, moving in a wide circle. Da led the way, his body low to the ground. For such a big animal, he moved like water over stones, smooth and silent. When they reached the rocks, they were much closer to the ship. June could now hear sounds coming from the beings. It wasn't any language he knew. It sounded like clicks and hums. Then something strange happened. The leader took out a small black box. When it pressed a button, June heard words. Real words in human language. The survey is complete, said the voice from the box. This planet has the resources we need. The natives are primitive and divided. They will not be able to stop us. Another being spoke, and the box translated again. Their leaders have agreed to our terms. They think we offer technology in exchange for small mining rights. The leader made a sound that might have been a laugh. They do not understand that we will take everything. The Voreth have done this many times before. We offer shiny toys, and they give us their world. June felt sick. These creatures, these Voreth, were planning to take over Earth, and somehow, Earth's leaders were helping them. Bad smell. Dad thought. Geeth smell. They're going to destroy everything, June whispered. The leader spoke again. The full fleet arrives in 3 weeks. By then, all defense systems will be disabled. The human weapons will not work. What about the wildlife in this zone? Another asked. Our scanners detected unusual brain patterns. The leader waved its hand. Just a few remaining predators. We have already arranged for their removal. The humans call it conservation relocation. They think the animals are being moved to a safer place. Lies. Dad thought. They take others like me. No one returns. June remembered the reports of animals being moved from the zone. The government said it was to protect them, but now he understood the truth. These predators, especially the enhanced ones, must be eliminated, the leader continued. Their brain patterns cause our people discomfort. They are the only native species that could potentially harm us. June looked at Da. These aliens were afraid of Earth's predators, of animals like Da. Suddenly, one of the beings held up a device. It beeped loudly. We have a detection, it said. 2 life forms nearby. 1 human, 1 enhanced predator. The leader turned exactly toward their hiding spot. Capture them. We need to study this bond. June grabbed Da's mane. Run, he whispered. Now. They turned and fled through the forest as strange lights began to flash behind them, and the sound of the aliens' pursuit filled the air. June and Da ran through the forest. Behind them, strange lights flashed between the trees. The Voreth were chasing them. Faster, Da urged in June's mind. They have machines that fly. June pushed himself harder. His lungs burned. He had never run so fast in his life. But he knew if the aliens caught them, they would both be taken, or worse. We need to hide, June gasped. We can't outrun them. Day suddenly changed direction. Asterisk follow. Water hides sent asterisk. They splashed through a small stream, then followed it downhill. The rushing water covered their tracks and the noise of their movement. After 10 minutes of wading through cold water, Dad led them to a small cave hidden behind a waterfall. They squeezed inside. The cave was small but dry. June collapsed on the ground, breathing hard. Do you think we lost them? Day's ears twitched, listening. Asterisk 4 now. They still search asterisk. June took out his tablet. His hands were shaking. He needed to warn someone, but who would believe him? He looked at the video he had recorded of the aliens. At least he had proof. As he checked the video, something caught his attention. When the Vorath leader had mentioned Earth's predators, its body had changed. Its smooth blue skin had rippled, like it was in pain. "Die, look at this," Jum said, playing the video again. "When they talk about predators like you, they seem afraid." Day moved closer to see the screen, his amber eyes fixed on the image of the aliens. Asterisk, they fear what they cannot control, asterisk Day thought. Asterisk prey fears predator. Always. Asterisk. June thought about what the alien had said. Their brain patterns cause our people discomfort. What did that mean? He pulled up another file on his tablet, research data about enhanced animals like Day. Years ago, scientists had changed certain animals to make them smarter and stronger. They wanted to save species from dying out. But the changes had done something unexpected to the animals' brains. Jun read through the data. Enhanced predators had stronger emotional patterns in their brains. They felt things more intensely. Their fear, anger, and joy were all stronger than normal animals. "I think I understand," Jun said slowly. "These aliens, the Vorath, they can't handle the emotional patterns from Earth's predators, especially enhanced ones like you." Asterisk, we hurt them without touching asterisk. Day seemed confused. "Not all predators, just the enhanced ones. Your brains are different, and our bond makes you even more unusual." June's mind was racing. "That's why they've been removing predators from the wild. That's why they fear you." A plan began to form in June's mind. If the Vorath couldn't handle the brain patterns of enhanced predators, maybe that was a weakness they could use. June reached out and put his hand on Day's head. "Remember when we first made our bond? How it felt when our minds connected?" Day blinked slowly. Asterisk strong. Bright. Like fire in mind asterisk. "Yes, exactly. I think that connection, that intensity, might be harmful to the Vorath." June looked back at his tablet. He needed to contact someone who would listen. Someone who could help them use this discovery. He scrolled through his contacts and found a name. Minji Kim. She had been his teacher years ago. Now she worked for Earth's Defense Coalition. She had always believed in protecting Earth's wildlife. "We need to get to the city," Jun said. "We need to find Minji. She'll help us." Asterisk dangerous asterisk Dodd warned. Asterisk cities have many eyes asterisk. "I know, but we don't have a choice. The Vorath fleet arrives in 3 weeks. We need to be ready." A strange sound came from outside, a high-pitched whine that hurt their ears. Asterisk, they come asterisk Dodd warned. Asterisk different machines now asterisk. June quickly packed his tablet. "We'll wait until dark. Then we run for the south gate. There's a transport station there. We can reach the city by morning." As they waited in the dark cave, June's hand rested on Day's mane. They would save Earth together, human and lion. They had to. Night fell over the forest. June and Day waited until the moon was high in the sky before they left their hiding place. The woods were quiet now. Asterisk no machines flying, asterisk Day thought to June. Asterisk but they still search, can smell them asterisk. "We need to be careful," June whispered. "Stay off the main paths." They moved through the dark forest like shadows. Day's night vision was much better than June's, so the lion led the way. Every sound made them freeze and listen. After 3 hours of careful travel, they reached the south gate of the wildlife zone. The small guard station was empty. This was strange. There were always guards here. Asterisk wrong smell. Asterisk dot warned. Asterisk blood. Asterisk. June's heart beat faster. He moved slowly to the guardhouse and looked inside. What he saw made him step back in shock. The guard was dead on the floor. His body was twisted in an unnatural way. "The Vorith," Jun said. "They're already taking control. We need to hurry." A transport train was waiting at the small station beyond the gate. It was the last one of the night, heading to the city. Jun looked at Da with worry. "You can't just walk onto the train," he said. "People would panic if they saw a lion." Asterisk back car, asterisk Da suggested. Asterisk cargo section. No people there, asterisk. They waited until the station was empty. Then Jun quickly opened the back car of the train. It was filled with boxes and equipment. They slipped inside just before the doors closed, and the train started moving. Jun sat on the floor of the cargo car, his back against a large crate. Dad lay beside him. The gentle rocking of the train made Jun feel tired, but he couldn't sleep. There was too much to think about. He took out his tablet and sent a message to Minji. "Need to meet urgently. Life or death. Will be at Central Station at 6 a.m. A reply came just minutes later. "We'll be there. South exit. Be careful." When the train arrived at the city, it was early morning. The station was already busy with people going to work. Jun looked out from the cargo car. How could he get Da through the station without anyone seeing? He found an old tarp in the cargo car and covered Da with it. "Try to walk low to the ground," Jun said. "People might think you're just some equipment I'm moving." They left the train and moved quickly through the station. A few people gave them strange looks, but no one stopped them. Minji was waiting at the south exit as promised. She was a small woman with short gray hair and sharp eyes. When she saw Jun, she smiled. Then she noticed the large shape under the tarp. "What have you brought me, Jun?" she asked. "Not here," Jun said. "Is your car nearby?" Minji led them to a small electric car parked on a side street. Once they were inside with the doors locked, Jun removed the tarp from Da. Minji's eyes went wide. "An enhanced lion? Are you crazy? These animals are supposed to be in secure facilities." "Minji, please listen," Jun said. "Something terrible is happening. Earth is in danger." He showed her the video he had taken of the Vorith. He explained everything they had learned, about the alien invasion plan, about Earth's leaders making deals with them, about how the enhanced predators affected the aliens. Minji watched the video twice. Her face grew more serious each time. "I've heard rumors," she said finally. "Strange reports from remote stations. Equipment failing for no reason. But an alien invasion? It sounds impossible." Asterisk, she does not believe, asterisk Da thought to Jun. "She needs proof," Jun replied out loud. Minji looked shocked. "Did you just respond to the lion?" Jun nodded. "We have a bond. We can share thoughts. I know it sounds crazy, but—" "Show me," Minji said. Jun placed his hand on Da's head. "Da, show her what we saw at the ship." Da's amber eyes fixed on Minji. The lion focused, and suddenly Minji gasped. Her eyes went wide. I saw them," she whispered. "The blue creatures. The ship." She looked at Dad with new respect. "How is this possible?" "I don't know," Jun said, "but it gives us a weapon against the Vorith. Will you help us?" Minji was quiet for a moment. Then she nodded. "We need more help. I know people who will believe us, people who can fight." The first members of Earth's resistance had come together. 2 days had passed since Jun and Da met with Minji. They were now in a small lab hidden under an old building in the city. Minji had brought 2 more people to help them. Han was a tall man who used to work for the military. He knew about weapons and fighting. Sung was a woman who studied animal brains. She was very interested in the bond between Jun and Da. "The connection you share is amazing," Sung said as she looked at the brain scans on her screen. "When you communicate, both your brains light up in the same places." Jun sat in a chair with small sensors on his head. Dad lay beside him with similar sensors attached to his mane. "Can we use this to fight the Vorth?" Jun asked. Sung nodded. "I think we can build a device to make your connection stronger. If what you saw is true, and the Vorth cannot handle predator brain patterns, then we might have a weapon." Han stood near the door, watching them. He had been quiet most of the time. "How long until this device is ready?" he asked. "A few days, maybe," Sung replied. "I need to run more tests." That night, while everyone was sleeping, Jun woke up to Dad's voice in his mind. Asterisk something wrong. Asterisk the lion fought. Asterisk and moves. Asterisk. Jun got up quietly. He could hear soft footsteps in the hall. He followed the sound and saw Han in the lab. The tall man was copying files from Sung's computer onto a small drive. Jun stepped into the room. "What are you doing, Han?" Han turned quickly, his face hard. "Go back to sleep, Jun. This doesn't concern you. You're taking our research." "Why?" Han sighed. "You wouldn't understand. The Vorth are too powerful. We can't win against them." Jun felt cold. "You're working for them." Han pulled out a small gun. "They found me weeks ago. Showed me things you couldn't imagine. Their power is beyond anything on Earth. Fighting them is pointless." Asterisk, he smells wrong. Asterisk Da thought to Jun from the doorway. Asterisk machines smell asterisk. Jun looked more carefully at Han. There was a small metal device behind his ear that he hadn't noticed before. "They've done something to you," Jun said. "That thing on your head is controlling you." Han touched the metal device. "It helps me see clearly. The Vorth will take Earth, no matter what we do. But those who help them will be rewarded. And those who don't will be removed." Han raised the gun. "I'm sorry, Jun, but the Vorth know about your lion now. They're very interested in your bond. They want to study you both." Suddenly, Dad leaped from the doorway. His large body hit Han, knocking him to the floor. The gun fired, hitting a computer screen which exploded in sparks. Minji and Sung ran into the room. "What's happening?" Minji shouted. "Han is working for the Vorth," Jun yelled. "They put something in his head." Han pushed Dai off and ran for the door. He was stronger than he looked. Before anyone could stop him, he was gone, taking the research data with him. "We need to leave," Minji said. "If Han tells the Vorth where we are, they'll come for us." As if to confirm her words, they heard a loud crash from above. The building shook. "They're already here," Sung said. Through the small window, Jun could see strange lights in the sky. Small flying machines were circling the building. Asterisk hunter drones. Asterisk Day's thought came to him. Asterisk they hunt predators. Asterisk. "They're after you, Da," Jun said. "They know you're a threat." "There's a back exit," Minji said, "through the old subway tunnels. We can escape that way." As they gathered what equipment they could carry, the sounds of destruction grew louder above them. The Vorth were tearing the building apart to find them. "The research," Sung cried. "Han took the most important files, but I have backups." She grabbed a small drive from inside a hidden panel. They ran for the exit as the ceiling began to crack. Their lab, their plans, their safe place, all were being destroyed. But they were still alive. And now, they knew one more important thing. The Vorth were afraid of them. Jun, Da, Minji, and Sung moved through the dark subway tunnels. Water dripped from the ceiling, and their footsteps echoed on the old concrete. These tunnels had not been used for years. "Where are we going?" Jun asked Minji, who was leading the way with a small light. "To the Ark Preserve," she replied. It's our best chance now. June had heard stories about the Ark Preserve. It was supposed to be a secret place where some of the last animals on Earth were kept safe. Many people thought it was just a story. The Ark is real? He asked. Minji nodded. Very real. And very secret. The government doesn't even know about it. It was created by scientists who saw what was happening to Earth's animals. They walked for hours through the tunnels. Day stayed close to June, his golden eyes shining in the dark. Asterisk more like me there. Asterisk the lion fought to June. Asterisk can feel them asterisk. You can sense other enhanced animals. June asked, surprised. Asterisk yes. Many minds. Different, but strong asterisk. Finally, they reached a large metal door set into the tunnel wall. Minji placed her hand on a hidden panel, and the door slid open. Beyond the door was an amazing sight. A huge cave opened up before them, but it wasn't dark. Lights that looked like the sun shone from the high ceiling. Trees and plants grew everywhere. A small river ran through the middle. And there were animals. Many animals. June saw wolves, tigers, bears, and other predators he thought were gone from Earth. They all moved freely around the huge space. Welcome to the Ark, said a voice. A small man with kind eyes stepped forward. He wore simple clothes and had a gentle smile. This is Jin, Minji said. He created this place. Jin bowed slightly. Not just me. Many people helped. We knew something was wrong when the government started taking enhanced animals away. We saved as many as we could. Day moved forward, looking at the other animals with interest. A large tiger approached him. They sniffed each other, two predators meeting for the first time. They recognize each other, Jin said. Enhanced animals have special abilities. They can understand things normal animals cannot. Jin led them to a small building near the edge of the cave. Inside was equipment like what Sung had in her lab, but newer and better. I've been studying the connection between humans and enhanced animals for years, Jin said. Some humans can form bonds, like you and Dai. Not many, but enough. He showed them screens with pictures of brains. When the bond forms, both minds change. They become stronger together. Can this help us fight the Vorith? June asked. Jin nodded. I think so. If one human-animal pair can affect the Vorith, imagine what many pairs could do together. June looked around. Are there other pairs here? Other humans bonded with animals. Yes, Jin said. 12 pairs so far. Not all as strong as you and Dai, but all with potential. He pressed a button, and a door opened. In the next room were people, each sitting or standing near an animal. A woman with a wolf. A man with a hawk on his shoulder. A teenage girl with a small bear. This is our real work, Jin said. Finding people who can bond with the enhanced animals and training them to use their connection. Some moved to the computers in the room. This is perfect. With this equipment, I can finish what we started. We can make a device to connect all the pairs together. Will it hurt the Vorith? Minji asked. Not just hurt them, Sung said. If I'm right, it could completely disrupt their ability to function. Their brains simply can't handle the emotional patterns of Earth's predators, and when those patterns are combined and amplified, she smiled. It's like a weapon made just for them. For the first time since they discovered the alien ship, Jun felt hope. Maybe they could save Earth after all. With Dai and these other pairs, they had a chance. When can we start? He asked. Right now, Jin said. The Vorith fleet arrives in less than 2 weeks. We have much work to do. For 5 days, everyone at the Ark Preserve worked without stopping. Sung and Jin led the work on what they called the amplifier. It was a large machine that would connect to all the human-animal pairs and make their brain signals stronger. June and Dai trained with the other pairs. Each day, they practiced sharing thoughts and feelings. They learned to send their combined mind patterns farther and stronger. The Vorith won't know what hit them, Minji said as she watched June and Dai practice with a woman named Yuna and her wolf. On the 6th day, Sung called everyone to the main room. The amplifier was ready. It was a large circle of metal chairs, each with wires and sensors connected to a central machine. Each human will sit in a chair, Sung explained. Your animal partners will stay close to you. The machine will read your brain patterns and combine them. Will it hurt? Asked a young man named Quan, who was paired with a hawk. No, Sung said, but it will feel strange, like your mind is stretching. Jin stepped forward. There's something else you should know. His face was serious. The amplifier needs one person to be the main connection, the primary conduit. This person will feel all the combined patterns. Is that dangerous? Jun asked. Jin looked down. It could be. The human brain isn't made to handle so many patterns at once. The primary conduit might suffer damage. The room was quiet. No one spoke. I'll do it, Jun said finally. Dai and I have the strongest bond. We have the best chance. No. Dai's thought was sharp in his mind. Too dangerous. We don't have a choice, Jun said to his lion. The Vorth fleet will be here in a week. This is our only chance to stop them. That night, Jun couldn't sleep. He sat with Dai in their small room, his hand on the lion's mane. Are you afraid? He asked. Yes, Dai thought. Not of fight. Of losing you, Jun leaned his head against Daz. I know. I'm afraid of losing you too. In the morning, they got news that made everything more urgent. The Vorth ships had been spotted near Mars. They were moving faster than expected. They'll be here in 3 days, not 7, Ninji said. We need to use the amplifier now. They gathered in the main room. The 13 human-animal pairs formed a circle around the machine. Jun sat in the center chair, the primary conduit. Dad lay at his feet. Sung attached sensors to Jun's head and hands. When I turn on the machine, try to stay calm. Let the patterns flow through you. Don't fight them. Jun nodded. His mouth was dry. He was scared, but he was ready. Sung pressed a button, and the amplifier hummed to life. At first, Jun felt nothing. Then, slowly, he began to feel new thoughts in his mind. Not just Dai's familiar presence, but others too. The steady strength of Yuna's wolf. The sharp, clear vision of Quan's hawk. The deep power of Jin's bear. More and more minds joined with his. It was beautiful and terrifying. Jun felt tears on his face. He had never felt so connected to the world. It's working, Sung said, looking at her screens. The combined pattern is stronger than I expected. Jun could hardly hear her. The voices in his mind were getting louder. His body felt hot, then cold. His vision blurred. Hold on. Dai's thought cut through the noise. Stay with me. Jun tried to focus on Dai's voice, but the other minds were too strong. Pain shot through his head. He heard someone scream and realized it was him. Shut it down, Jin shouted. It's too much for him. No, Jun managed to say. Keep going. We need to be ready. Through the pain, Jun saw Sung looking at her screens. The pattern is stable now. It's working. We can send it worldwide when the Vorth arrive. Jun felt Dai's mind wrap around his, protecting him from the worst of the pain. Together, they would face whatever came next. Together, they would fight for Earth. The day came. The Vorth ships entered Earth's atmosphere. People all over the world looked up at the sky in fear and wonder. The large ships hung in the air like dark clouds. In the Ark Preserve, Jun watched the news on a big screen. His head still hurt from the amplifier test, but he was ready to fight. The government is telling people not to worry, Minji said. They're saying these are friendly visitors. Jin shook his head. The Vorth have controlled our leaders for too long. They won't help us. On the screen, they saw Earth's military planes fly up toward the alien ships, But when they got close, their engines died. They fell from the sky. The Vorith have disabled our weapons, Sung said, just like they planned. One big ship, larger than all the others, moved to the center of the sky. It was the Vorith flagship, the main control center for their fleet. It's time, Jin said. Everyone to your positions. The 13 human-animal pairs took their places around the amplifier. Jun sat in the center chair again, with Dai at his feet. Sung started the machine. This time, Jun was ready for the rush of minds joining his. It still hurt, but he could handle it better now. He felt Dai's strength supporting him. Broadcasting now, Sung said. She pressed a button, and the amplifier hummed louder. Around the world, the Vorith ships began to shake. The aliens inside felt the combined emotional patterns of Earth's apex predators. To them, it was like a terrible noise they couldn't block out. It's working, Minji shouted, pointing to the screen. Some of the smaller Vorith ships were leaving, flying back into space. But then something changed. The big flagship glowed with a strange blue light. They're doing something, Jin said. Some kind of shield. Sung looked at her readings. They're blocking our signal. The flagship has a defense system. The amplifier's effect was getting weaker. The remaining Vorith ships steadied themselves. We need more power, Sung said. We need to get past their defenses. Jun fought hard. There was only one way to beat the Vorith now. We need to get to the flagship, he said. If Dai and I can connect directly to their systems from inside, they can't block us. That's crazy, Minji said. How would you even get on their ship? The transport station, Jun said. The Vorith are landing troops there. We could sneak on board one of their shuttles. Everyone was quiet, thinking about this dangerous plan. Asterisk, we go together, asterisk Dai fought to Jun. Asterisk, fight together, asterisk. Jin stepped forward. I'll help you get to the station. The rest of us will keep the amplifier running to distract them. An hour later, Jun and Dai were in a small truck with Jin, driving fast through the empty city streets. Everyone was hiding in their homes, scared of the ships in the sky. They reached the transport station and hid behind some large containers. Vorith soldiers were everywhere, tall blue figures with strange weapons. There, Jin whispered, pointing to a small shuttle. They're loading it with supplies to take back to the flagship. You could hide inside. Jun looked at Dai. Are you ready for this? Asterisk, born ready. Asterisk, the lion replied. Asterisk, we save Earth together, asterisk. They waited until the Vorith soldiers stepped away, then ran quickly to the shuttle. They slipped inside and hid behind large boxes. Soon, the shuttle doors closed. They felt movement as the ship lifted off. Good luck, Jin said through a small radio he had given Jun. The fate of Earth is in your hands now. The shuttle flew up toward the massive Vorith flagship. Jun felt Dai's warm body pressed against his in the dark space. They were afraid, but they were together. Whatever happened next, they would face it as one. Asterisk, we are strong together, asterisk Dai fought. Yes, Jun whispered, his hand in the lion's mane. Together we are strong. The shuttle docked with the flagship. The final battle for Earth was about to begin. Inside the Vorith flagship, Jun and Dai hid as the shuttle was unloaded. When the area was clear, they slipped out into a long hallway with strange blue lights. Asterisk, many Vorith nearby, asterisk Dai warned. Asterisk can smell them, asterisk. We need to find the central control room, Jun whispered. That's where we can connect to their systems. They moved carefully through the ship. The halls were tall and wide, made for the large Vorith. Everything was smooth metal with glowing lines running along the walls. Twice they had to hide as Vorith soldiers walked past. The aliens didn't look down or check dark corners, which helped Jun and Dai stay hidden. Through their bond, Dai sensed something. Asterisk, this way, asterisk, he fought to Jun. Asterisk, feel many minds there, asterisk. They followed Dai's instinct, moving deeper into the ship. Finally, they'd reached a large door. Through a small window, June could see a room filled with screens and control panels. Many Vorith worked there, touching screens and talking in their strange language. "That's it," June said. "The central control room." How get in? Da asked. June looked around and saw a small panel near the floor. It looked like an air vent. "Through there," he said. "It's small, but we can fit." They removed the panel and squeezed through the tight space. Inside was a tunnel just big enough for them to crawl through. They moved slowly, careful not to make noise. Finally, they reached another panel that opened into the control room. From their hiding spot, they could see all the Vorith, but remained hidden themselves. At the center of the room was a large column of light. Strange patterns moved through it, like a living computer. "That must be their main system," June whispered. "If we can connect to that, we can broadcast Day's mind pattern throughout their entire fleet." How reach it? Da asked. Many Vorith guards. June thought for a moment. "We need a distraction." He took out the small radio Jin had given him. It had a special button that would send a signal to the amplifier team. "When I press this, the team will increase the amplifier's power for 1 minute," June explained. "It won't get through the shields completely, but it might distract the Vorith enough for us to reach the central column." Ready when you are Da thought. June took a deep breath. "Remember, we need to touch the light column together. Your mind through mine, directly into their system." He pressed the button on the radio, then counted. 3, 2, 1. Now. They burst from their hiding place just as the Vorith began to shake and hold their heads in pain. The increased signal from the amplifier was affecting them, though not as strongly as it would outside the flagship's shields. June and Day ran for the central column. The Vorith saw them and shouted in their strange language. Some reached for weapons. "Almost there," June shouted as they ran. They reached the light column just as the Vorith soldiers surrounded them. June placed his hand into the light, feeling a strange tingling. Day pressed his head against June's leg. Now. Day's thought was clear and strong. Together. June focused all his strength on their bond. He felt Day's mind join completely with his, all the power, courage, and wild nature of the lion flowing through him. Then he pushed all of it into the Vorith system. The column of light changed from blue to gold. The change spread through all the lines on the walls. The Vorith fell to their knees, holding their heads. Their screams filled the room. Through the windows, June could see the same golden light spreading to all the other ships in the fleet. One by one, the Vorith ships turned and began to fly away from Earth, retreating back into space. "We did it," June whispered. But something was wrong. He couldn't feel Day's mind anymore. Their bond was gone. He looked down at his lion friend. Day lay still on the floor. "Die." June's voice broke as he knelt beside the lion. "Die, please." The lion's eyes opened slowly. They were normal eyes now, not the eyes of a partner who could share thoughts. The special bond was gone, burned out by the powerful connection to the Vorith system. But Day was alive. He looked at June and made a soft sound deep in his throat. He still knew his friend. 6 months later, June sat on a hill overlooking the restored wildlife zone. The Vorith were gone. Earth was safe. The world knew the truth now about the aliens and the brave people who would stop them. Beside June sat a large golden lion. They could no longer share thoughts, but they didn't need to. Their bond went deeper than words or mind connection. As the sun set, Da looked at June. For just a moment, June thought he felt something, a whisper of their old bond, a touch of the lion's mind against his. June smiled and placed his hand on Da's mane. Maybe their connection wasn't gone forever. Maybe it was just changing, growing into something new.